Hey everybody, XIII here, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you guys on both Twitter and on the YouTube community tab, which I didn't realize anyone really used, but apparently you do, if you could send me some lovely questions for me to answer for you wonderful people. So I'm going to go through, you know how Q&As work. I'm going to go through them, I'm going to answer them, and hopefully you learn something new. Let's just get on with it. Let's just do it. So first up, we have, what is your favorite movie of all time? That's an easy one for me. That's super easy. My favorite movie of all time is Silence of the Lambs. I think it came out in like 1986. 1991, you dumbass. Anthony Hopkins' performance as Hannibal Lecter is absolutely just pinpoint, amazing. It's wonderful. I think he's only in the movie for like 10 minutes of it overall, though. I think someone worked it out and he's literally in the movie for like 10 minutes. But it's really cool. Jodie Foster's really good as Clarice Starling, and it's just a great story. Like, I listened to the audiobook of Silence of the Lambs quite a lot because obviously it was originally a book before it was a film, and it's just really, it's just a great movie. Like, from start to finish, everything about that movie is just really well done, well put together, and I just really like it. It's just my favorite movie. Easy. Next up, we have, what are your plans for the channel going forward into the new year? So I mentioned this briefly in the Wants to Battle tag, and I am going to talk about it more. Probably, I think next week is the week that I'm going to do my big update video where I tell you everything that's been going on, everything that is going to go on, and all my thoughts and plans and fears and all that jazzy stuff. So I'll talk about it more in next week's video, but I've got plans in place, but also I'm a little bit worried because I need some inspiration. I need something to really like go and like kickstart the channel into a new kind of breath of life a little bit, because the channel's struggling a little bit at the moment. I've definitely got some things in place. I'm going to talk about those next week. So look forward to next week's video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll do a little update on the year as a whole, because it's certainly been a year. The next person asks, why did you stop doing egg locks? I only did one, and I finished it. That's why I stopped. Should I still be doing them? Is that what's missing? Is that the big problem with my channel right now? Is I'm not doing enough egg locks? I didn't realize that was in such high demand from me. Maybe I'll do an egg lock. I don't know. How many Pokemon do you like? A few. I know this might sound crazy and unrealistic, but do you plan on doing an event in a non-English speaking country? I mean, ultimately, I can't afford to go anywhere at the moment. It's all about affording to go. Because at the moment, I'm not a big channel, so any place that I go, any event that I go to, I have to fund it myself. I have to pay travel, I have to pay accommodation. I've not got big events inviting me to their event and then going, by the way, because we want you so badly, we'll pay your travel, we'll pay your accommodation. I don't have that privilege because I'm not a big channel and I don't draw the views that would, allow that. So once the channel's bigger, which is up to you guys to really do, you guys spreading the word and sharing the channel with your friends, that will make the channel grow. Then more money will come in, so then I'm not just spending money to live, I'm also having extra money where I can go to events and things. Then I'll start traveling. I want to do America, I want to do loads of places in Europe. I just need to be able to afford it, so I just need the channel to grow. So it's all up to you guys. If you guys want me bad enough, share me with everyone you know, get more people watching the channel, get the channel views up, and therefore, ultimately, I'll then be able to afford to come and visit those countries. This was a long answer. I didn't need to be long, and I'm sorry. What will be the next series you're doing after the Pokemon Y Quadlock? I'm going to be doing, I'm not telling you, but I am going to tell you how I'm going to figure it out. Because I decided I want you guys to have a bit more choice in what happens. So, what I'm going to do is, and you need to follow me on Twitter for this, because if you're not following me on Twitter, you're not going to be able to take part in this, and you want to be part of it, right? So follow me on Twitter. I'm going to do 2 polls on Twitter. Poll number 1 is going to have 4 Pokemon game titles. So there'll be 4 games that I am thinking of doing a playthrough of, but you guys will decide which one of those 4 you want to see me play through the most. So, it might be like Pokemon Emerald, or Pokemon maybe Oras, or maybe Black or White, or even Black 2, or White 2. But I'm going to give you guys the option to choose between 4 of them. So I'll put 4 in a poll. You guys will decide which game I play. Maybe I'll make it, leave it open for a couple of days. I don't know. It depends how soon I need the next episode to go up. And then I'm also going to do another poll, which will be attached to it, that will be 4 types of Let's Play that I want to do. So whether it be Nuzlocke, Quadlock, Trivia Lock, maybe. Trivia Lock's a lot more work than I have time for at the moment. Maybe not Trivia Lock. Maybe Solo Run or Single Type Run, something like that. And you guys will vote on the game and what type of playthrough it will be. So then it will be down to you guys. You guys will decide what I do, ultimately. But I'll give you the choices. Are you going to be doing any big collaborations with anyone? Well, and I know I say this a lot. I say it a lot in streams as well. Is at the moment, I'm scratching and I'm clawing and I'm trying my best to focus on my channel so that I can make sure that I'm on a schedule, that my uploads are consistent. Because when I was ill, because for those who don't know, earlier this year, like August time, I had a week off just to rest. Didn't do any work during that week, and I really should have done. Then immediately the week after, I had a horrible bout of gastroenteritis, and I could not work. And then a few weeks later, I fell ill with flu right before Let's Go came out, and basically couldn't speak for the better part of a week. And ultimately, it left me in a position where I'm really trying to get the channel back on track. I'm trying to get my upload schedule consistent. I've missed a lot of uploads this year. I'm trying to get to a point where I am uploading every single day, because if I don't upload every single day, the channel will die. Like, my channel will die. That's just how it works in the algorithm, is if I have a day off, I drop massively in views and all that jazz. So I'm getting myself into a position where I've got the channel running smoothly, where I'm ahead of schedule. I've got uploads like a few weeks in advance. And then I can start thinking about collaborations with other people. There are people who have reached out to me in the past to collaborate, people like Arizo, people like Mystic Umbreon, who I haven't forgotten about. I still want to work with them, and I still want to do something with them. I just have to get my channel into a position where I can afford to take that time away to focus on a project with someone else. So once I've got the channel back into line like it needs to be, then I'll start talking to people about doing collaborations and things. And I want to collaborate with Toby again. There's plenty of people that I've collaborated with before that I would like to collaborate with again. It's just a case of getting myself into gear, getting Ace Trainer Liam where it needs to be, and then spending some time, like, being able to take a step back. This is part of the reason why I want to do some new things on the channel, but I don't currently have the time to do the new things, because I can't not upload one day to spend that day experimenting with something that may not work, because for the amount that I lose, it's complicated. But I will collaborate with people at some point. I just need to fix my channel first, and you know, because then it makes my channel a channel worth working with. Because right now, if someone collaborated with me, they'd gain nothing from it. It would all be my gain, and I'd like it to be a bit of an even thing. What will you do about Article 13? Well, I mean, if it comes into play and it's as bad as everybody, including YouTube and Twitch, are saying it's going to be, I won't have a job. So I'll go back to McDonald's and flip burgers, and I'll be fine with that. Well, there's nothing I can do about it, to be honest. I've done all that I can do. I've contacted my members of the European Parliament that represent my area and expressed my reasons for why I don't think Article 13 should be allowed to pass. They've responded, some of them positive and said that they will fight it. Some of them saying, well, we support it because we want this, that, and the other. All I can do about Article 13 now is encourage you guys to do some research on it. Go to the YouTube page about Article 13, read up on it, contact your members of European Parliament, make sure this does not pass in the form that it's currently in. There is another vote coming up, I believe, in January, they said. So there is a chance to get this changed so that it doesn't affect content creators so badly, because it'll kill Twitch and it'll very much damage YouTube in Europe. So it's a really bad thing. You guys need to read up on Article 13, because it doesn't just affect me and my job and content creators and their jobs. It affects the amount of creators you're going to be able to watch, and it affects whether or not you're even going to be able to watch creators from outside the European Union. So you need to really read up on it. That's all I'll say about Article 13 is it scares me. I'm going to have to ride the wave. I've got no choice at this point. I don't really have any other options. And if worse comes to worse, I'll just have to go and work somewhere else. No longer be Ace Trainer Liam. How are you feeling about life at the moment? I mean, life is good for the most part, I will say. I'm in a great place mentally. I'm living on my own. I have a great girlfriend. Some of you guys have met her. She's very beautiful. I have a lovely dog. I'm my own boss. I work when I want, although at the moment I work all the time because I don't really have a choice. But if work was in a better place, I would work when I want. I stream as a hobby and it's really, really fun. Life in general is nice. It's what I want my life to be. But financially, my life ain't great at the moment. Like, I am living month to month. I have no savings. I'm earning pretty much minimum wage on a decent month. Definitely the past couple of months, especially since being ill, I've struggled a lot financially, and hopefully I can fix that in the new year so that by the end of 2019, I can be in a position where I've got some comfortable savings in case of emergency, or I've got money to go to more events and things so I can meet more of you guys. It's like, it's a 50-50 at the moment with life, where everything's really fun and everything's still really good and I'm still really enjoying what I do for a living. It's just not necessarily, like, it's getting to a point where I might have to make a decision of, do I continue to be a full-time YouTuber but barely scrape by, or do I lower the amount of uploads that I do to go and work in another job, but then run the risk of my channel dying because I'm not uploading enough? It's a sticky situation, but all in all, I'm very positive about what the future holds and all that jazz. If you have depression or anxiety, what are some ways that help you cope? I don't have anxiety, but I do have depression. I've suffered with depression for a long, long time. I've talked to you guys and been very open about it. I was medicated for it, and then I eventually kind of weaned myself off the pills and regulated my depression quite well, I think. I think changing my diet helped with my depression quite a lot. Ways that I use to cope. Exercise is really good. I know it sounds corny, because I used to freaking hate people that used to say, oh, just exercise and you'll feel better. But when I exercise, I haven't been to the gym for a couple of months and I feel awful about it, but when I did exercise, I felt incredible, and it really, really helped balance everything. And I definitely recommend exercise as a way of coping, even if it's just going for walks and things like that. Getting out of the house is important, because I spend too much time in my house. So getting outside, getting out and about is very, very important. My main way of coping is I have a good circle of friends, and I make sure that if I'm ever feeling down, or if I'm ever feeling like I'm leaning into my depression, to talk to my friends, talk about what's bothering me, talk about ways I can resolve those issues. And then that helps me to understand what I'm going through more, and it helps to alleviate the pressure that I put on myself as a result of the depression. So talking to people is numero uno when it comes to depression. If you have depression and you're locking yourself away from people because you're depressed, stop that shit right now. Go and talk to someone, because it could save your life. What inspires you to stream/make videos? Well, videos, at the moment, it's my job. So what inspires me now, what inspired me in the past, is seeing other people that were passionate about Pokemon and being like, hey, they're passionate about what they do. I want a hobby. Maybe I'll make videos. Maybe I'll enjoy it. And I did enjoy it, and I still do. But now, because it's my full-time job, it is a little bit more like, I need to make sure I've got a video out this week. There's no video going up today. It's really stressful. So that's kind of an inspiration in a way, but it's like a negative inspiration. But I still do enjoy the video making process. I enjoy when I do think of something new and original. Like when I first thought of Metromania, I was like, wow, this is really fun. I'm really enjoying this. And I still am enjoying Metromania, and I'm still enjoying Form Fight, which is why they've gone on for so long. I think we just did like the 61st episode of Form Fight or something. It's crazy, and there's still loads more to come. We might even hit 100 episodes of that. It's really bizarre. But in terms of what inspires me, it's you guys. It's seeing you guys' feedback. It's seeing you guys viewing the videos, watching the views go up in real time. It's seeing the likes and the comments and the nice things that you guys have to say about what I'm doing, and how you're enjoying what I'm doing, and how you're still here after all this time, after all these changes, after all these different things that have gone on with me this year. You guys are still here. That inspires me every day, because if ever I'm at a point where I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do this, I really don't know if I want to make this video today, I'm not really feeling it, I'm like, no, these people are counting on you, because these people enjoy what you do. If you make this video and upload this video, these people are going to tell you how much they enjoyed this video, and that is going to make you feel so much better about it. So definitely, you guys really, really help. In terms of streaming, I consider it a hobby. Like, it's just something extra I do for 20 hours a week, and it's so much fun because I sit, I interact with you guys, we always have a laugh. Like, if you've never watched one of my streams, you are missing out, because we always have a right laugh, we always have a good joke, we always have good banter, and it's just so much fun. And it's just a nice release where I can play games, I can just talk to you guys, because half the time we're not even focusing on the game that I'm playing. We're just interacting and just being a community, and it's really, really fun. So with streaming, what inspires me is just how much fun I have when I do it. It's like my favorite time of the week. What has been the best part of 2018 for you? The best part of 2018 for me is getting to know someone that I've known for a couple of years but only ever been like a passing acquaintance with, getting to know them a little bit more, and then ultimately finding out that she wants to be my girlfriend, and now I have a really beautiful girlfriend. So works out for me, really. That has been the highlight of my year, is Sophie turning up from seemingly out of nowhere. Like, even though I already knew her, it's amazing that she's come out of the woodwork, and it turns out that she likes me, I like her, and we have a really good relationship. And we have a really good relationship because she gets me, she gets the YouTube thing, she gets the Twitch thing, she knows how important the videos and the streams are, and it just works. Everything just works at the moment, and that's why that's my favorite thing about 2018 is my relationship with Sophie, because it just works so well, and it's done wonders for my mental state. So after the year I've had, and after the way I've been treated this year, Sophie is an absolute breath of fresh air. So definitely me and Sophie ending up together is my highlight of 2018. Feel free to roast me in the comments for being sappy. If you could design a new Pokemon region, what country would you base it on and why? I think when I think of a new Pokemon region, I don't think of countries anymore. What I want from a Pokemon region, which will never happen, by the way, this would never happen, but it's what I want, is I'd like Pokemon to jump about 150, 200 years into the future and be set in like an outer space sci-fi kind of region. So maybe on another planet, or in a space station that's flying towards another Earth or something, kind of like in Passengers, but it has a living environment inside it, and maybe there's a team that jumps onto the space station that's trying to take over it, and maybe that's where the evil team comes from. But there are Pokemon naturally living in specialized artificial environments that were created for them to be able to travel to the other planet. Does that make sense? So like there's a big space station that's like the size of a country, and it's got loads of different environments, like a snowy area and a grass area and all that, just so that they can naturally have Pokemon live and breed and survive and grow, so that they can take them to another planet to colonize that other planet, you know? That'd be really, really cool. I want some kind of sci-fi Pokemon, you know, kind of like, that's why I really like the Ultra Space and the Ultra Megalopolis kind of area, because I like the idea of a space-age Pokemon game. It will never happen, because they'll stick to having regions on kind of the Poke Earth, if you like. But I just really, really like some kind of sci-fi Pokemon game. Maybe we'll get it as a side game. Maybe never happen, but that's what I want. So that'll wrap it up for this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, of course, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you would like to support this garbage channel, like these lovely people down here do, you can pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. Even $1 a month would help. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.